Is there anything that you may want to confess tonight before you go in?
I keep everything right here.
There you go.
Diddy's ready to die after just 1 week in prison. Sure, you might have heard about it already, but do you know why?
One of them motherfucking nights. We coming to you live, Diddy late nights. Anything can happen.
Come with us as we dissect the first stage of Puffy's arrest and mental state in prison.
Well, here's a big story. Disgraced media mogul Sean Diddy Combs now on watch in a Brooklyn detention center as he faces damning charges with a maximum sentence of life in prison. Things are getting real.
Your social media feed has surely been decorated with videos of Sean Diddy Combs lately.
But one former warden who worked at the facility says Combs' life could still be in danger there.
Diddy's case is neither one that's totally new to us, nor is it something we've never seen before, because there's Andrew Tate and many other celebrities and influential media personalities who have had pretty similar cases but faced much milder consequences.
What is the punishment that Sean Diddy Combs faces for these charges?
These charges could result in him facing a life sentence.
A life sentence in prison. Wow.
Well, that's correct. Yeah, I mean, the course of conduct over a decade with multiple victims and the level and scale of violence used to commit these crimes is under the code allows that.
Diddy's lawyer must have leveraged these similar cases to raise Diddy's hopes, and he might have even brainwashed him into thinking that it'll end the same way. Diddy's lawyer is a motivational speaker. We have to give him that.
I told him myself in early September, you are going to be arrested soon, and you're going to be charged with racketeering, and you're going to be charged with sex trafficking. So come to New York. It wasn't a long conversation. He agreed. So we knew this was coming, and in fact, we offered that he would turn himself in. My defense is very well established. I interviewed myself, the different men who were being brought sort of into Mr. Combs and this person's intimate situation. Nobody was too drunk. Nobody was too high. These were adults in a relation. This is a 10-year relationship. We can't forget that. This is a 10-year relationship, and it was adults and consensual, and everybody who was there wanted to be there.
Unfortunately for this famous diddler and his optimistic lawyer, things aren't going in the same direction at all.
His incredible worldwide celebrity combined with the allegations, the charges now, and indictment, of course, of acts of violence against women make him a very attractive target.
All right.
So they need to safeguard him. I would say 100% total culture shock.
In fact, as we speak, he's stark naked in the prison cell, literally losing his mind day after day, contemplating at the mere thought of spending one more day locked up behind bars. This is not just any prison. It is the MDC we're talking about here.
We just read it out loud. One lawyer for one inmate called it the MDC overcrowded and understaffed, hell on earth. Combs' own lawyers called it horrific.
Now, for those of you who don't actually know, MDC, Metropolitan Detention Center, is a notorious jail that's known to hold the US's most notorious criminals. And not long ago, a New York judge made Diddy Combs their new celebrity inmate. Right now, his name ain't no longer Sean Diddy Combs. His new name is 37452-054. That's how he's currently registered with the Bureau of Prisons. At 6 a.m. on Friday, September 20th, he was served a breakfast of cereal, fruit, and cake. This is obviously a whole new world that'll take a lot of time to get adjusted to. For a guy who's been found to have intimidated and coerced women into joining the freak-offs by using drugs like cocaine, ketamine, and oxycodone, with a little mix of status and power, that meal is really low.
When people go into custody, they have anxiety, they're depressed, a lot of things go through their mind. And one of the things they do is they stop eating. Look what happened to Jeff Epstein. I got people every day saying, you think they're going to Epstein him. And I go, well, I really don't know. Imagine if someone paid someone off on the inside to actually poison his food, give him a heart attack, and he dies. And no one would really think anything of it.
But he should have known it'll sort of end like this after leaving 3 solid AR-15 weapons, 1,000 bottles of baby oil, amidst other lubricants, for the federal authorities to find in his apartment, when he knew he was right in the middle of a legal case. He actually had 1 month between the time Cassie turned him in and when his house was raided, but he left all the evidence lying around freely. Why? Well, because he never thought that they'd come for him. He's been in this business since the 90s, so he was confident. Maybe too confident even.
Your parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my party. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it, and it ain't nothing but break it down racial barriers, break it down generation barriers, people from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z, Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on, you know, it's just like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together.
So now he needs to brace up and dance to the music. Dancing shouldn't be hard for a party freak like Sean Combs. Usually, high-profile defendants always get special security protection, and Diddy got him too. So yeah, they could protect him from external harm, but can they save him from his own selfishness and wild thoughts? I don't know.
The MDC is, I've used the word austere a lot, but it is. It's austere, it's strict, it's impersonal, it's cold, and it is a very tough place to be detained.
Yeah, we've got 1 hour of rec time a day, 3 showers a week, a 6 a.m. wake-up call. He's expected to make his own bed and mop his floor, 3 meals a day delivered to his jail cell door.
I don't know about mopping the floor, but definitely the lights come on at early morning around 6, if not somewhat earlier. The thing is, though, Liz, being in administrative detention, being in the special housing unit, he's not going to experience the regular daily life that most inmates or detainees go through. Because he's in protection status, if that is validated, then he will be locked in the cell 23 hours a day with 1 hour recreation in a fenced-in area where I would certainly expect for him to be recreating alone. 3 showers a week, as you pointed out, and 3 hots and a cot, as they say.
After being locked up in a room that's barely as large as his closet and is totally dark from the day, he has been left with his own intrusive thoughts and has now been placed on watch. Who'd blame him? Hearing that Jamel Floyd died in that prison 4 years ago after he was pepper sprayed by correctional officers, and that earlier this year, Edwin Cordero died after a fight in this same prison, Diddy's probably scared to death. Not to mention that the prison is also understaffed and overcrowded. What's worse is that they keep their prisoners naked, which is totally dehumanizing, to say the least. Oh, and then, of course, the withdrawal symptoms. Bro has been high for years, and who honestly knows how much or what he's been taking daily? On top of all these, being confined to an enclosed space, having no access to the internet or electricity, no friends, no conversation, and nothing but his thoughts in a small dark room, that's gotta be mental torture.
Hell on earth. New York's Metropolitan Detention Center, known as the MDC, it's notorious for mice, maggots, inmate violence, power outages, even a death or two. Diddy is sleeping on a steel bed with a 1.5-inch mattress and no pillow. It's certainly a far cry from the LA and Miami mansions that he's used to.
Diddy's new surroundings seem to be a significant departure from his long-standing celebrity life, which includes a $48 million home and a private jet that his attorneys revealed to the court during his Tuesday, September 17th arraignment that he has been attempting to sell. He is still in his initial days at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, but suicide isn't off the table really. It'll be hard to eat actual food if you're going through withdrawals. Plus, the food we're talking about is prison food. Their appeal is pretty low, but he'll have to get used to it eventually. Anyone would still find it difficult to adjust to this rigid and arranged lifestyle. Like the other 1,217 prisoners housed there, Diddy's supposed to have his bed made by 7:30 a.m. and receive a wake-up call at 6 a.m. At least he'll finally learn that as you lay your bed, so you lie in it. He was also given a prison handbook when he arrived, so he at least has one book to read. According to the manual, lunch is served at 11 a.m. on weekdays, and dinner is served following the 4 p.m. head count, although holidays and weekends follow a somewhat different schedule. Diddy's lawyer entered a not guilty plea to the allegations and pleas for a bail twice, to no avail. After pleading not guilty to racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution, and being denied a $50 million bail, Diddy remains locked up at MDC.
He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer. We're not giving up by a long shot. I told Mr. Combs I'm going to try and get his case to trial as quickly as possible.
On the brighter side, he has been visited by a psychiatrist, so he's probably getting some treatment for his situation. Sources have said that he has been able to talk to his kids on the phone, although it was quite brief. It should be enough to keep him going for now. Diddy should most likely keep fighting, if not for himself, for his kids.
The children of Sean Diddy Combs are speaking out for the first time since their father's arrest last week. We have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not, and anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. Our mother should be remembered for the beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she was. Her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy theories.
So, what do you guys think? Does anyone have sympathy for him, or is this all just a long time coming? Have you heard the rumors about Diddy sending a doppelganger to jail in his place? Argue with your keypads in the comments section. Let us know if you think this is just cap. Either way, it's crazy theory. Thanks for hanging out with us as we break down some of the things that have been going on after Diddy's arrest. And make sure to keep checking back for breaking news and updates on the case. If you want to see some more, check out these videos and help us out by liking, sharing, and commenting. Subscribe for more videos weekly. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.